everyone, this is Marika and welcome back to another session of Community Health Nursing. In our previous sessions, we have discussed about physical environment under which we have seen the air and about air pollution, how it can be prevented. And we have also discussed about lighting, ventilation and housing. Let us quickly recall what housing is and what are the standards for a good housing and move on to today's topic, which is water and water pollution. So in our previous session, when we discussed about housing, we've seen how important role does a house play in maintaining the health of an individual. Under housing, we have discussed that housing provides shelter and various other facilities to the individual. An individual has different kind of needs related to the housing, which includes the physical needs, the psychological needs, the protective needs, and the health needs. Now, housing not just provides shelter, but also takes care of all these different needs of an individual. According to environmental committee, there is a certain standard all the houses must follow while it is constructed in order to make sure that it does not cause any kind of harm to the health of an individual, which includes the height of the roof, the number of windows there should be, the space of the floor per person, and also the spacing that should be maintained in a house. Inadequate housing can cause various problems like respiratory problems, skin infections, as well as high rate of morbidity and mortality. In this session, we are going to discuss about water, which is one of the most important part of one's life. As we hear the term only, we understand that water is fundamental element for human beings' survival. Water is one of the factor that is found in the environment which affects the development of human being. We have different types of water, but what is considered as safe water, or which water can be considered as the water that can be consumed, that is safe for human beings and also considered as healthy water? Let us see what are the features of safe water. A safe water is defined as the water that is free from any kind of pathogenic agents, that is free from any kind of chemical substances, free from color and odor, and usable for domestic purposes. So a safe water is a water that is colorless and odorless, that does not have any kind of chemicals added in it, that does not contain any kind of pathogenic agent, as well as the water that can be used for domestic purposes. So all this characteristic of the water makes it safe water or healthy water. Now let us see what are the uses of water. Water, as we know, is used for domestic purposes, it is used for agricultural purposes, it is used for industrial purposes, it is used for public purposes, as well as it is used for power generation through hydroelectricity. So there are various uses of water. As we know, water is the fundamental element for human being survival, and we need water in everything that we do, and it is something that is used on a daily basis. So water is not just used for domestic purposes, it is used for agricultural, it is used for generation of electricity through hydroelectricity, as well as for various industrial purposes. Water is used for several purposes, but how do we get the water? What is the source of water? Let us discuss on sources of water. Sources of water refers to the bodies of water such as rivers, lakes, etc. The first source of water is the rain. So rain is the natural phenomena that produces water. As it rains, the ground or the soil seeps in the rainwater. So rain is one of the main source of water on earth. The second source of water is surface water. What is surface water? The examples of surface water are the lakes or rivers. And the third source of rainwater is the groundwater, which includes wells or aquifer. I hope you've understood what is water and what are the different uses of water. Let us now have a discussion on water pollution. So what is water pollution? Any contamination in the water bodies can be termed as water pollution. When any contamination is present in such a concentration that it makes the water unfit for any kind of domestic purposes or public uses, it is considered as water pollution. How does a water body gets polluted? It occurs because of industrial waste, it occurs because of various domestic waste as well as sewage. So all of these components, when this waste enters the water, it changes the physical and chemical composition of the water, therefore making the water unfit for people to drink or to use it for any other purposes. The very first cause of water pollution is sewage. So sewage is considered as one of the main reason why water becomes polluted. Because of the sewage, the water gets polluted, and it not only makes the water unfit for human beings but also for aquatic animals like fish. The sewage will pollute the water, therefore it kills the fish and also creates a foul smell in the water. And in the sewage, there will be presence of pathogenic bacteria as well. Pathogenic bacteria in the sewage that goes and mix up with water, pollutes the water, will also give rise to various waterborne diseases. The second cause of water pollution is industrial waste. As we know, industries produce a lot of waste and all those waste are discarded in the water bodies. Industrial waste such as paper, cloth, oil or refineries, when discarded in the water body, completely pollutes the water. The third cause of water pollution is agricultural waste. So we use water for all these purposes, but the waste that is generated from this different uses of water is discarded in the water, therefore causing water pollution. Now in agricultural causes, uses of insecticides and pesticides in order to make sure that the crops are protected, in order to make sure that the plants are protected, causes a lot of water pollution. All the substances that are used in order to protect the crops and vegetables, such as insecticides and pesticides, they flow in the water and they get absorbed in the water. Water pollution will obviously lead to various waterborne diseases. The contaminated water, when used by human beings, when used by any animals, will cause harm to the health status of human beings. Microorganisms such as bacteria, virus and protozoa will lead to various waterborne diseases when the water is contaminated. The contaminated water will have presence of certain microorganisms that will lead to various diseases in human beings, affecting the health status of the people. Polluted water may cause worm infestation, it may cause diphtheria, viral hepatitis as well as cholera. So what is the solution to water pollution? The water, if polluted, must be made sure that it is purified, and the water purification takes place in two different scales, that is large water purification scale and water purification at a smaller scale. Water when supplied to people must be made sure that it is purified in order to make sure that people do not consume any kind of polluted water and hence help people to maintain the health status. That is all for today's class. Today, to summarize, we have discussed a very short topic, which is water and water pollution. I hope the class was helpful and I'll see you all in the next session where we will discuss about disposal of waste. Thank you and have a great day ahead.